I think it seems so long since you were last involved in a game of Bartlett. How have you put the time to good use?
We've spent a lot of time on the training pitch basically. The last 10 days, it's obviously 2 weeks tomorrow since the last game at Kidderminster. Last 10 days we've tried a few different things on the training ground, different personnel etc, and different areas of the pitch, and we've had a little bit of a mini pre-season really. Last week was really tough. The manager I worked with, harder than I've been working since I came to the club. A lot of fitness exercises but fun at the same time, and a lot of a competitive edge in and around every small-sided game or match that we've had in training. There's always been something on it, whether that be a punishment for the losing side or whether just something to have that little bit of grit within the training session. And we're all looking forward to it more. Obviously it's been 2 weeks since the last game, and with the work that we've put on the training pitch, hopefully it comes to fruition tomorrow night. Yeah,
it's been frustrating this last couple of weeks knowing that at the end of the week you don't have a game to look forward to.
It has been, yeah, but it's allowed with that extra time to try one or two new things and to try and rectify a few things on the training pitch that's been going wrong. In particular the Kidderminster game, we're still in a position where we've been conceding too many sloppy goals at the back, so that's still an area that we need to kind of shore up on. Not just a little bit but quite a lot. Obviously since I've been at the club I think it's 30 clean sheets in the 17-18 games, which isn't good enough. Having to score too many goals to win games, so with 8 games to go I think that we've got to have a much more solid approach from the back and right the way through the team to make the playoffs and obviously get where we want to get to come the end of the season.
How have you spent your last couple of Saturday afternoons? What have you been up
to? Watching Jeff on Sky, which is a rare change obviously throughout the season. It's a rarity that you get to do something like that, so we've only had the one day off over the weekend, though we were in on the Sunday and putting things into practice again on the training pitch. But we're all excited for tomorrow night. What's happened in the 2 weeks as well. There's a few teams have had games that have been in the round one. Looking at the results on Saturday in particular, a few results went quite well for in the league table. Starting to really take shape now with teams catching up, because we had played 1 or 2 games more than some. I know Spenny have still got kind of 4 games to catch up, but they've got a lot of games to come in a short space of time. So I'm really looking forward to the rest of the season now, and the earlier we can put these points on the board the better, and hopefully that's starting tomorrow night. Yeah,
there's only a month of the regular season to go, sort of the start of the final furlong really, where City really need to try and cement that playoff place as early as they possibly can.
And that's probably the key realistically. The earlier we can put the points on the board, the less pressure it is on the team, and you can then start to kind of not just think about making the playoffs, but how high can we finish? Can we get into a position where the first game is a goal? If that happens, fantastic. If not, it's still exactly the same scenario. We've still got 3 games to win if we make the playoffs, and whether they're away from home or at home. Obviously, again, it would be great to be at Bootham Crescent, but if it's not to be, I'm sure we'd have big travelling support, and any game that we go into within this league, I think we're capable of winning.
It's not a chance to sort of completely extinguish Southport's hopes tomorrow night, but it definitely put a nail in their coffin if you could win the game. It's a massive match.
Yeah, I mean, when we see Southport had won at the weekend, obviously getting beat at home at Alfred, it was a little bit of surprise with the run of form that they've been on of late. But going into the game, if we win, 7 games left, 9 points ahead, that's a big turnaround. Obviously it's not impossible in football, but again it kind of gives us that little bit of breathing space between us and a few teams that will linger around just outside of the top 7. And again, going into that with Chorley at the weekend as well, they had a negative result on the Saturday, which again was a little bit unexpected. So we've got to try and take advantage of that, and at the earliest possible opportunity playing the 2 of them, we could we could really start to be not looking comfortable, but we could be looking in a healthy position come the end of play. Tuesday night, Saturday, and that's what we aim to do. That would be brilliant.
And Monday, of course, as well. 3 games in 6 days. It'll be an Easter. Trying to remember, was John Worth's not here? Was he one of the coaches when you first arrived, or he left at the time?
No, John was still here. To be honest, John was brilliant with me the first few weeks of coming in. He'd lost his place in the side to Bailey Peacock, but his attitude was fantastic. And then me coming through the door, he could have quite easily down tools. But the first 2 weeks, he put on some great sessions. He was good for me, and gave me kind of a lot of advice about the lads that would be playing behind, and just trying to kind of give me a good introduction to the club, and on that side of things John was great. And He's gone to Southport, and you know they've turned their fortunes around. He's, by the looks of it, he's done really well since he's been there. So fair play to him. Hopefully he has an off night tomorrow night. I'm sure he'll be wanting to come and prove a few people wrong. The manager probably in particular. I think they've got a few players on their books now, with Alex will be in there as well. That are probably in a similar boat, but you know that's for us to deal with. I don't think we do that anymore.
City, of course, have got Louis Armand, so there'll be a lot of players wanting to make an impression against their former clubs.
Yeah, you know, Louis been a breath of fresh air really since he's been back involved. He got back, you know, 2-3 weeks ahead of schedule from when he originally had the operation on his shoulder. So, you know, he's a good lad, and you know, the top and bottom of it is he's a very good player. We just need to make sure that we get the best of him now. He's got 2 or 3 games under his belt. I think that we're going to start to see that now with Louis.
And the manager's told us that he thinks the more senior players now need to stand up, maybe be a little bit more vocal and help some of the younger lads through. I presume he includes you as one of those more experienced players.
We have got a lot of kind of experience within the dressing room. A lot of players that have maybe played at a higher level or been in and around this level for a long time. And obviously Sean Newton's got the armband, but realistically, you know, from our point of view, that shouldn't mean a great deal to anyone. Obviously we'll look up to Sean, and you know, we'll respect him as a captain, but if we can all kind of pull along and help him out as well, and take a little bit of the strain off his shoulders as well, because you know there's obviously pressure playing for York City, and you know, having the captain's armband as well. I'm sure he feels it more than most, so if we can take that little bit away from him, the 4 or 5 with that have got that experience, and lend our advice to the younger players as well, and be a lot more vocal when we're out on the pitch on a Saturday. I think that'll go a long way to help us get to where we want to get to.
Thank you.
No problem.